Debate of 1960 between JFK and Richard Nixon.
Immature. Well, since I got into Congress at the age of 24, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty mature because I got into Congress at the age of 24. Come on.
Nixon, you have experience in the White House. Do you think that gives you an unfair advantage over Kennedy?
He's like 2 years old. Look at him. I mean, I've been in the White House for how long? I got a dog. We're keeping it. White House experience all the way. And personally, I think it's the best way to go. You think the hedges outside are easy to clip? Someone listening? No. I've taken hours to clip. I know what to do with them. Next question.
Okay, you're sweating a lot, okay?
Someone listening.
Next question, please.
Senator Kennedy, what are your major plans for when you're in the White House?
Well, first, I would like to get rid of segregation in the South. Those racist hillbillies need to get put in check. ASAP.
Slavery's bad. I mean, it's been going on for how long? Get rid of it. Come on. Next question.
Someone get this man some water. He's sweating a lot.
Next question.
Nixon, what would you say your major plans when in the White House would be?
Why is it a White House? Mix it up. Man.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Richard Nixon here. So I guess I'm here to talk about myself? Let's get started. First thing, reading. Love it. Another thing, bowling. Great at it. Some of my hobbies in life are watching football, smoking the occasional pipe whilst listening on my best friend's conversations because I'm a paranoid whack job. We don't need to get into that right now. During my 1968 election, I ran against Hubert H. Humphrey and his buddy George C. Wallace. Kicked their butts because they got nothing on the good old Knicks. Biggest accomplishment while being president? I landed 2 people on the freaking moon. That big ball of light you see every night? I put people on it. Yeah. Biggest failure as a president? I can't really get into that right now because that happened in another decade and something I can't cover. But I'll give you a hint. Rhymes with Watergate Flandel. Well, time for Nixon to go nighty-night. Night, America. On April 17, 1961, 1,400 Cuban exiles launched what became a Boston invasion at the Bay of Pigs on the south coast of Cuba. In 1959, Fidel Castro came to power in an armed revolt that overthrew Cuban dictator Fulgencio Batista.
The world leader who was born on May 29, 1970. The leader that beat Richard Nixon became president in 1961. The leader that was responsible for the Bay of Pigs incident. The leader who put a man on the moon, and the leader that stopped the world from blowing itself up in the Cuban Missile Crisis. Who is this leader? It's me, John F. Kennedy.
Must call Khrushchev.
The U.S. sets up hotline with Russia to make communications easier.
Thank you. You just press button, right? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Khrushchev.
Oh, hello, Mr. President. Why are you calling me?
Calling you to talk about your missiles in Cuba, sir.
Oh, yes. I forget we have such hotlines set up.
Yes, it's a good thing, too. Without this, it would be quite a hard time to get in contact with you.
Yes, it is. Quite frankly, it is very nice to hear your voice. I even thought you had the voice of angel. I guess I can agree with such statements.
Enough. We must get down to business.
Oh, what business do you speak of? I know not what business.
Don't kid with me. Missiles in Cuba, sir. We need them out.
Missiles in Cuba? I know not what you speak of.
You
I
know,
have no such said missiles in Cuba.
you know we sent spy planes over. We know what you have.
I will admit to you, Mr. President,
You are a very respectable man, and I will honor that. I do have such said missiles in Cuba. What would you like me to do about that?
Like you to remove them, sir.
I don't know if I could do that. To have missiles in Cuba is like what baby has with Pinky. Comfort.
You're gonna need a whole lot of comfort if you don't remove those missiles, sir.
Okay. What can we do to resolve such issues?
You must form some kind of agreement.
Okay. How about this? Your people talk to my people will drink, vodka, of course, you Americans, you do what you do, and we set up some type of faxing system, and I guess you can fax me what I can do to solve this.
That sounds good, sir. I'll have my people on that right away.
Okay, Mr. President, you have a good day.
You too. You Russian drunk.
The Cuban Missile Crisis. America sends spy planes over to Cuba to find out what all missiles that they have in their possession. Castro and Khrushchev becoming allies. JFK and Khrushchev seeing who's going to break first. Then, realizing that this war cannot happen, JFK and Khrushchev forming an agreement to not blow one another off the face of the earth. This is the range that Russia would have had on us. And that's what would have happened to America.
Wow! Look
Walmart
how big it
opened
is.
July 2nd,
Come on.
1962.
Look at all this stuff. Everyday low prices. Wow! I better beat my feet to catch the sales. I gotta go now.
1.
I gotta go now. I gotta catch my favorite show on the telly. Andy Griffith Show. Bye.
Brand new toy product for you today. Got some G.I. Joes, Sergeant Ryan, Lieutenant Joe. We got weapons, we got vehicles, we got everything. We got some friends playing right now. Make the best friendships out of them. Let's go. Jimmy! Johnny! Do! Yeah! Do! I win! I hate you! I hate you!
In the spring of 1963, activists launched one of the most influential civil rights movement campaigns. There were a series of marches on city halls and boycotts on downtown merchants, all in efforts to protest segregation laws. A couple months later, the peaceful campaigns were met with violent attacks from police with fire hoses and police dogs on men, women, and children. On August 28, 1963, the marches on Washington started. More than 250,000 people from across the nation came together in Washington. They came together to try and get the passage to a meaningful civil rights bill. They also wanted to end racial segregation in schools and to try and create jobs for those unemployed, which later led to the Havajene speech from Martin Luther King.
I have a dream today. I have a dream.
Martin Luther King gave his famous I Have a Dream speech on August 28, 1963.
Low. The rough places will be made plain. And the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of our Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it. Together. Woo!
Amen!
On November 22nd, 1963, President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas.
Boom. Headshot.
Lyndon Johnson here. I just thought I'd take a break from golfing real quick to tell you a little about me. I was born August 27, 1908 in Stonewall, Texas. I went to Johnson City High School and later attended South Texas State College. I was elected vice president in 1960 under President JFK. I later became the president after JFK's terribly sad death in 1963. After serving 6 years, I decided not to try and rerun for election. Back to golfing. The Tet Offensive was one of the largest military campaigns of the Vietnam War, launched on January 30, 1968 by the forces of the Viet Cong and North Vietnamese.
Fire! 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 Get down! What is that? Fire! Fire! I'm out! Get him! Get him!
From Walmart with these wonderful products of Pringles. Go out and buy them today.
When that hunger tingle, go to the store and get some Pringles.
Alright, these are some pictures of Martin Luther King. Another picture of Martin Luther King during his speech. It's the place Martin Luther King was assassinated. People pointing because he was dead. And this is a picture of Martin Luther King before he died and him in a coffin.
The United States Apollo 11 was the first manned mission to land on the moon on July 20th, 1969.
Do you think they can be on the moon? Of course. Why wouldn't you? I like jelly beans. Those eyes real good. What are they wearing, Timmy? Oh, it's a spacesuit. Experiments set up to catch unfiltered particles from the sun. So they can breathe.
Yeah. I did my 1960s slideshow on the Woodstock Festival. Woodstock Festival happened in the year 1969 and happened through August 15th through the 17th and was 3 days of peace, love, and music. A lot of people arrived at Woodstock, as you can see, as it was huge throughout the entire country. Thousands upon thousands of people arrived just to see this festival. Many of the performers were very famous singers. As you can see, this was Richie Havens, Joe McDonald, and John Sebastian. And the most famous of all of the performers was Jimi Hendrix. The people that were at the festival consisted of mainly hippies, so to speak. As you can see, the shirts kind of portraying their peace. This is kind of their happiness. And just a lot of love went around between them. The significance of why it happened was the Vietnam War, which was such an ugly war, was filled with so much violence and hate that what America really needed was just 3 days of peace, love, and happiness.